Hey, CarePortal Field team, I'm so excited to bring this video to you so we can dig in a little deeper on how to best utilize the new tool that's available to all of us, the CarePortal MAP. Many of us have been anxiously awaiting this tool, but before we dig into the specifics, I want to highlight the main purpose of a tool like this. This is going to be a visual aid for you as you go out to engage and equip and resource and educate the churches, the organizations, the individuals in your region who have a vested interest in this work. And it's going to give you the ability to really paint a visual picture of the capital C church, both its potential and its power. As we explain the heart and scope of CarePortal and caring for children and families in our local communities, and the church being the point of care for these children and families, we have this ability now to show what this could really mean if we are able to unlock the church. So I want to be able to dig in a little bit to those specifics, the potential and the power of the capital C church. The first step to accessing this tool, though, is to actually visit careportal.org/map. It's going to take you to this screen right here, and I'm going to walk you through what's available to you. I've zoomed all the way out using this tool on the right-hand side so that I can see the entirety of the United States. I want to start digging into the potential of the capital C church, so I'm going to zoom out first. Across the top, you can see that there's these boxes that you can check to show specific data points across CarePortal work. So you can see open requests, you can see children served, you can see active churches, waiting churches, non-CarePortal churches, you can see active states and active counties. I'm going to start with active states. If I click this box, you can see the entire United States, and you're going to see the 13 states that we are currently active with CarePortal work in highlighted. It's a really good tool to be able to show organizations or churches, hey, here's the scope of this already. This is brand new, and we are already in 13 states, which is an amazing tool. It's also a great tool to unclick the states and instead highlight the counties, because while we might be active in a state, a lot of the states were just active in a very small part of it. And so to help the church see, hey, we're active here, but there's so much more to be done, this is a great tool to do that. So just to highlight the active counties. The next feature I want to highlight for you is a great tool as you cast vision for the potential of the capital C church to care for the kids and families in crisis in their communities. If you scroll up to the non-CarePortal churches and you open the drop-down menu, select the state that you're in, this is going to populate the map with all of the churches that are registered with the IRS in that state. So it'll bring it up, and it's saying in Missouri there's 7,534 churches. If you click on that, it'll take you in deeper to different pockets of where these churches are at. You can keep clicking closer and closer. So we're getting closer to the heart of St. Louis City, and we're getting down deep. And as we keep clicking, you're going to start to see it populate with a lot of these gray crosses that show you just how many churches there are. And the point of this is there's a great need in the child welfare system for individuals and churches to step in and get involved. But there's also a plethora of little C churches that can work together to be the capital C church, the hands and feet of Jesus. And so you can really paint that picture by showing just how many little C's there are in any certain area. And as a tool for you as a regional manager or field staff, you can even put a filter on here, and maybe you want to search where are all the Baptist churches in the area. You can type that into this toolbar, click show, and it's going to pull up all of the churches that have Baptist in the name or in the description. And so all of these churches are affiliated with Baptist in some way, and you can keep clicking through those. So that can be a great tool for you to use if you're meeting with a church that wants to know about their denomination and how involved they are. You can even search that. Another feature of the map to highlight that can assist you in really casting vision for the potential of the church to really meet the needs of the children and families in crisis in their area is to actually highlight the open requests that are sitting out there in real time, ready to be met by the church. For that, all you need to do is check this box next to requests, open requests. It's going to highlight all of the open requests across the nation, and you can zoom in to your specific area to see what those requests are. I clicked on Colorado Springs just to dig in a little deeper. It looks like Colorado Springs there's 4 outside of it and 27 in kind of the central area. The further you click, you're going to eventually get close enough to be able to click on a request all by itself. So here's one single request. It's request number 13325. I'm going to click on it. And immediately it highlights, and I'm going to zoom out so you can see, the mile radius that request went. So this is the 30 miles from where that request originated, and it also tells me that 19 churches were notified, and it gives me the details of this specific request out to the left here. I'm able to click respond. I'm able to center that request in my map so I can just focus on that one request. And then I'm able to zoom back in and actually click on who are some of these churches that received that request. All right, here's the name of the church. Here's how many requests they've received since they've started, how many responses they've had. So I can even see, oh, they're pretty active. Maybe I should connect with them and help them meet this need because they're really close to the need. So if you just click Contact Church, that's going to get you in direct contact with them. So this is a really fun tool for you to show two things, both the potential for the church to meet the needs, but also the potential for the churches to work together. If I'm from a church, an active church in this area, and I am looking at the other churches that received it, I can just click right on one of them and connect with them, and we can work together. Let's highlight the power of the capital C Church. And to do this, all you need to do is click Children Served. And this is going to populate the map with our little Stanley logo that represents the child in need of care or in need of support, represents the family in need of care, in need of support. And it's gonna, when I look at the whole nation, I can see numbers of kids that have been served and impacted by CarePortal requests, and I can zoom in and see closer. So in the Kansas, Missouri area, it looks like there was a really big number, and I can zoom in closer to see, okay, right in the heart of Kansas City, it looks like we have 2,948. So let's zoom in deeper and see all of those kids that have been supported. The closer you get, the more you can see each one of these Stanleys represents one child served. So if a request was actually serving 4 kids, because maybe it was a sibling set of 4, there's going to be 4 of these little Stanleys in that zip code where that request originated. It's a really fun tool to be able to see the scope of what God is doing through his church in the city, the power of his church. I'm even able to click on one of these little Stanleys, and it's going to pull up all the information about that child's need that is able to be met. It's also going to show you every single church that got notified about that child's need. So it's just a really fun way to paint the picture for it. This isn't just request, let's meet it, let's meet it, let's meet it. This is child. This is real person that's being impacted in real time by these needs being met by the local church. The last feature I want to quickly highlight is just the ability to search for a specific type of request. So here I have all the open requests pulled up, and I want to actually search for the requests that are specific to just a crib, because I have a crib and I want to meet a need for a crib. So I'm going to pull those up, and I'm going to zoom in on the Kansas City area because it looks like there's 5 or 6 in the Kansas City area. And here, as the more I zoom in, the more I see, okay, this one's as close to me as I think it gets. And so I'm going to click on that one and find out what it is. I'm going to read about it. I'm going to see if I can make it. I can also see, oh, it looks like another church already was able to respond, and they said they had part of the need, including the crib. So that one's not a good one for me to respond to. So I don't even need to click respond to find that out. It just pulls up all that information for me. So that is an amazing tool to be able to show your churches, just like they used to be able to find open requests just through a search bar. Now they can see it. They can see where it is. They can see what churches received it. They can actually visibly see the mile radius that it went to and all of the churches that fell in that mile radius that are active. It's a really exciting way to paint the picture of the impact that CarePortal is having, how it's connecting local churches to children and families in crisis, and how it's connecting local churches to one another. Okay, team, so now it's on you. Visit careportal.org/map and start to play around. Get specific in your local region, do lots of searches for types of churches, searches for types of requests, and come at us with any questions that you have. But I'm so excited that we now all have access to this amazing tool that I think our churches and everyone in our regions who care about this work will really love being able to see.